Hey everybody, it's Cynthia here at the Kitchen Garden School at Cornell Farm. And today, as promised, I will be talking about harvesting and preserving fruits and vegetables and herbs. And so we're going to start right here with these beautiful tomatoes. I'm going to harvest these using my handheld clippers. Look, they're beautiful, soft and dark, and this beautiful orange color. I've been harvesting tomatoes to eat fresh, and now I'm planning ahead for the tomato sauce that I want to be eating in the wintertime. So I'm going to be collecting some tomatoes today, some herbs, and I've got garlic and onions at home that I can use in my sauce, and we'll see what else I've got that I can put in it. So for my sauce, I want a combination of orange and red tomatoes, and what I'm going to do is keep these on my counter at home until I'm ready to make the sauce. And by making the sauce, I'm preserving these tomatoes. So you can water can or pressure cooker can sauces that you make, but you can also freeze them. And I'm going to be freezing mine because that's the simplest way for me to package and then use my tomato sauce. While we're here, I'll just mention to you what I'm planning to do next for this fall harvest bed. I'm going to take a couple of these leaves off of here, because look at, I've got this nice big space here where I can put a Brussels sprout start, and then I should have Brussels sprouts for the Thanksgiving, Christmas meals. So I'm going to give it a go and see if I can't get that to happen this year. Now we're going to talk about harvesting and preserving herbs, and I'm going to use fennel as one example. So this is fresh fennel. It's all nice and green. These little fruits here are very soft, but they're turning a little bit hard. I have last week they were a little bit softer. But fennel can be used at this stage, or the seeds can be used. And if you want to preserve the seeds, what I do is just something like this. I'll take a little bag. I do the same thing with poppy seeds. I'll take a little bag and just put the seed in the bag like that. Put it just like this in my herb cabinet and use it for the dish I'm making. The other thing you could do with these is you could actually, when they're a little bit younger, you could take all these little fruits off of the stems, and then you can put these in a little jar or something and close it up so that it doesn't have a lot of air in it. And these should stay fresh, could stay fresh in that little jar in your kitchen for a month or so. The other thing that you could potentially do would be to put these seeds in ice cubes, store them that way, or you could just pull them off of these stems, put them in a little baggie, stick them in your freezer, and use them direct from the freezer. Drying as a preservation technique is something we all know about. We all have dried herbs all the time out of the jars we buy at the grocery store. It's probably less often that we do our own at-home drying of our tomatoes or fruits. But some people do go and get themselves a dehydrator that is very quick and efficient at preserving ripe fruits, so apples, persimmons, pears, blueberries, strawberries, they can all be dehydrated, and that will preserve the nutrients and the food value for you for a long time. You just need to be able to package it up without a lot of oxygenation, so you want to make sure that when you put it in a baggie or a container that you remove as much of the air as you can so that you can keep your dried fruits dry. Okay, so then canning we all know about. That's how we make our jams. That's how we preserve our lots of vegetables in sauces. You know, it used to be that, you know, when people settled here in Oregon, you know, there were kitchen gardens everywhere. And I mean, you had to have a kitchen garden of your own, and you needed to preserve it because you needed to be able to eat through the winter. So it's a, you know, preserving foods is a cultural practice that is very, very important to the settlement of our area here, and it's really important to the world. I mean, without being able to preserve food, imagine how different life would have been for all of us. And so it's a really good skill to have, or good set of skills to have, and it's also a lot of fun. So with that, I hope you all have some new tips and tricks that you can use in your gardens and while you're preserving the bounty of your particular garden space. Thanks for watching.